This is the Jeff Kai's Auto Sports Desk.
NFL training camps kick off with a couple of Cornell alums taking to the field. A key piece of the Jets defense is MIA, and the Subway Series is back for two more in the Bronx. This is the Sports Desk. Two Big Red football players heard their names called in April's NFL draft. Now, as training camps are ramping up, 12 Sports' Hunter Caparelli spoke with the two players' former coaches about how they achieved their NFL dreams.
This past April, the Philadelphia Eagles drafted linebacker Jalix Hunt in the third round of the 2024 NFL Draft. 2 rounds later, the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs drafted offensive lineman Hunter Nourzad. Hunt, who had transferred to Houston Christian after 3 years at Cornell, and Nourzad, who had transferred to Penn State after 4 years at Cornell, will both be joining championship pedigree NFL teams. Cornell Associate Head Coach and Defensive Coordinator Jared Backus believes this will factor in well for the former Big Red.
I'm sure each one of them will put in the time and the work ethic, second to none, to do that. It's going to be fun to watch them. I'm sure they're going to have great careers.
The pair marks the first duo with Cornell experience to be selected in the same draft class since the 1997 season, when Seth Payne and Chad Leavitt were both selected in the 4th round. While Nourzad was at Cornell, he earned second-team AFCA and third-team Phil Steele All-American accolades, in addition to being voted second-team All-Big Ten at Penn State. Cornell assistant and defensive line coach Satyan Bhakta says Nourzad's work ethic was a big component of his achievements.
They're getting a guy whose mentality's right, doesn't get too high or too low, right, seeks improvement, and, he's going to be around great football coaches to put him in position to succeed.
Hunt transitioned from playing safety at Cornell to the linebacker position at Houston Christian, where he was named Southland Conference Defensive Player of the Year and earned second-team FCS All-American honors. Backus thinks Hunt's improvement throughout his college career will bode well for the Swiss Army knife type of player.
I'm sure he could be a defensive end in a 4-man line and, obviously play on offensive tackle and rush the passer. He can do all the drop stuff that an outside linebacker does. I think his skill set is going to serve him very, very well in the NFL.
Training camp has officially begun for both the back-to-back champion Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Reporting from Cornell, Hunter Caparelli, 12 Sports, Tompkins County.
Staying on the gridiron, Jets offseason acquisition Hassan Reddick not reporting Tuesday to training camp. The 29-year-old edge rusher is scheduled to make $14.25 million this season, but looking for a new long-term deal from Gang Green. Jets traded for Reddick in the offseason. New York's head coach Robert Saleh said to reporters at minicamp about a month ago that he wasn't concerned about Reddick's absence at the time. The two-time Pro Bowler has 58 sacks in 7 NFL seasons. Mets and Yankees back in the Bronx for the second set of games in this year's Subway Series. Amazing's up 2-0 on the Bombers after taking both games in June at Citi Field. Matchup of what would be 2 playoff teams if the season ended today. Yankees are 5-5 over the last 10 games, sit a game and a half behind Baltimore for the top spot in the AL East. Mets right now are the 3rd wild card team in the NL. Boys in blue and orange are 9-4 in the team's last 13 games. Luis Gil on the mound tonight for the Yankees. Jose Quintana gets the start for the Mets. And when we come back from break, Autria and Kevin will finish out tonight's show.